certainly getting a benefit.
But it would be landowner district connection, not municipality.
That's right.
Okay.
You know, I suspect that the bottom line answer is going to be, if you're going to accept the city of Early's stormwater, you don't need a 16, you need a 60-inch.
At what point does that tip dig?
It doesn't until it outlets.
Well, you know, we dug it up.
That's a storm sewer bypass. That stretch is actually only from north of that farm field, and there's it takes the surface water and then runs through that farm field and out.
So your instruction column is to contact our insurance carrier first, and then what's the next step?
The next step would be, assuming they say no coverage, then what I would suggest is that you authorize me, or check with Earl first, because I don't want to get crossways, whether this is a county matter or drainage issue. But we write in and say, we're not in the business of hiring contractors to clean up messes. If you believe there's a mess, get us an estimate.
Okay.
Well, I think you've kind of answered. I mean, this is a district situation, because you know, talking about separate landowners and the municipality part, I don't really necessarily think it is a county matter. I think it's a district matter.
I tend to agree with you, but I just...
Okay. We need a motion, or just direct Jim to check in that, then he'll contact Colin based on the outcome of your correspondence with ICAP. At that point, we direct Colin to communicate.
Okay. How this dirt, where your backhoe, what's he talking about? It wasn't our backhoe.
No, we hired Brian Pinkinky
Okay.
to dig up the county tile and locate that blockage.
Does the ground need to be leveled?
He's leveling, the city's seeding it.
Oh, so you already have those two things?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if that work order came through.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, yeah.
This is the only one that I've got.
Investigation. Yeah. With Ivan, we thought the best thing to take care of that would be do that investigation right away. Relieve that pressure in town.
Okay, that's already done.
Yeah.
But in our contact, they were indicating that there needed to be leveling and seeding and
yeah, everything on the district line that it should be taken care of through the city. He's going to seed probably next spring, and this is through Ray Musselman, City Water.
And the reason I raise that is, you know, there's a list there of several things that several are already done.
Yeah. And see, I don't know. All the leveling around his house was complete, and this water line was in before Ray even called me about having any sort of problem around his house.
Water line.
So
I don't think so either.
No.
I mean, if they made them a wrong diagnosis, that's not our situation.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Do you have anything else pertaining to 59?
Just this letter about the bypass out near the highway, D27. Ivan and I went and took a look at that, and talking with Brian, the city originally had a 2-year agreement where they could tap back into the district at that manhole. They have a 14-inch, 12-inch tile. The manhole that comes out of their storm sewer and back into our district. They don't have the grade to get the storm water out of that tube. Basically, they have backfall, and it goes back to that manhole and then back out the district facility. I think it was in 2006 we had the first problem with blowouts in Tim Moore's field. At that time, Secondary Roads put a 8-inch bypass because they could not find the a blockage. Put an 8-inch bypass into the storm sewer that then dumps into flows under the road. I think it's a 36-inch storm sewer.
Right.
And it's supposed to empty out in that ditch to the west side of the waste lagoons and flow down to the open creek and be gone. Well, there's backflow and there's about a 2-foot elevation difference between the flow line of that 36-inch pipe and the ground about 5 feet south of it. So we got to build up 2 foot of water in a 36-inch pipe before we even get any flow to leave.
This spring we dug up 5 of those. They were half full of dirt. So there's no outlet from the manhole.
So all the surface water out of
referring
town.
to the 36-inch pipe or the ditch beyond it, it's sealed in.
So what's the fix?
I think the district, and we speak about it here in a little bit, the district should jet underneath the road, see if we can find a blockage. There was a whole bunch of trees planted, and there's actually tree roots coming through that manhole from 30, 40, 50 feet away. So the roots are in the storm sewer, so chances are they're going to be in the district tile. So if we could jet underneath that road and leave both bypasses open, that way if we get a real big rain event, some excess water can go through that 8-inch into the storm sewer. But it's also necessary for the city to take care of their outlet. Plans that were set in '68, that disconnect should have been done by '70. It's still connected.
So the 2-year agreement was in 1968?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So if the city would take care of their outlet as far as pulling those pipe, regrading them with positive fall, and clean out the open ditch to the outlets, that would be a huge, I mean, right now the district is taking all the city surface water, city early surface water.
Why wasn't that taken care of 30 years ago?
Ray has no idea. And right now, everything, they're holding that water in that 36-inch pipe until it has time to backflow and get through that bypass, that 12-inch bypass back into the district.
If there's a huge rain, water goes, works its way through that big pipe. If it's really full.
Yeah,
it's that much dirt in the bottom. A big rain, they get some water over the top. But, where they tied into it here, most of the water runs down here, then it tries to go through this District 16 right there. That's kind of the manhole. So
Ivan's talked to Ray about going to the city and talking with them about cleaning their outlet of the storm sewer.
What's, and I know that would come later, but have any kind of, what length of repair are we going to need to do, or what are you looking at as far as the district's concerned?
The district would be probably jetting anywhere from 100 to 150 feet underneath the road.
And that's it?
Just from shoulder to shoulder, try to find wherever that blockage was. And that would be it. We would leave those 2 bypasses in case we have some sort of huge rain event. That will relieve a little pressure out of the district, and then if for some odd reason there's a blockage in the storm, it can make it back to the district and relieve itself there. I think leaving both of them in would be a benefit to both. I mean, with the storm sewer from the city being attached to the district, having a little 8-inch bypass would be beneficial.